The first two leaders came from outside. Dr. Vikram Sarabhai was a cosmic ray physicist, and he had knowledge of using satellites for space science. And he started his own laboratory, the Physical Research Laboratory at Ahmedabad, the late 50s. When the modern space age started and India wanted to get into, that was the year 1961, when the Prime Minister requested Chairman Atomic Energy Commission, Dr. Homi Bhabha, to start this program. Initially, space program was residing in atomic energy. And then he looked at Dr. Vikram Sarabhai and requested him to chair the space program. At that time, it was called Indian Committee on Space Research in COSPAR. In 1969-70, Professor Satish Dhawan, who was then director of Indian Institute of Science, an aeronautics engineer from Caltech, was inducted into the Atomic Energy Commission by Sarabhai. And within 1 year, of course, Sarabhai passed away, and Dhawan became the natural choice. And he continued in that role while he was the director of Indian Institute of Science. But from then, all leaders were homegrown. Whether the directors of the ISRO centers, the project directors who took very important role and who have very important role in ISRO's programs, and all the leaders, all were homegrown people. We did not have lateral entry from middle level onwards. Only at the entry point in the first 3 levels, we have new persons coming into the system. But what is more important is sky is the limit for working in ISRO. It was the case in the early phase especially. And one could get into several areas of activity. There were several platforms in which one could show the potential, and there were people in the organization to look for those sparks and promote them. So development of leaders was also an important agenda for all of them. Just to give you an example, in the year 2011, I had a document on succession planning and leadership development from 2011 to 2025. And I should say the successors whom I had and the people who are in the ISRO centers as directors, etc., are all part of this process. And we have been also grown like that by our predecessors.